because I was really close to giving up. Like, I was just like, I don't have time for this. When I woke up in that pool of blood, I was like, oh no, like seriously. Like, I was so pissed off. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the menstrual cup, and the one I use is the lunette cup. It comes in this container. I bought it from Amazon for 40 bucks, and I keep it in this little pouch that it comes with, and it looks like this. Nothing fancy. It's like a rubbery material. But when I was about to embark on my menstrual cup journey, I was watching videos, and none of these videos told me these tips and tricks that I've learned while using this. So I just wanted to create a video to help you guys on your journey of using the menstrual cup, because I definitely think it's worth it and it is life-changing for real. The first thing I want to talk about that I didn't know when using this is how much I have to wash my hands. So before I use this, I always wash my hands. After I use it, I wash my hands, because your hands are touching things and whatnot, and you're gonna be, you know, going in there, taking it out, putting it in. So you definitely want to make sure your hands, so you don't get any unnecessary bacteria up in there. And let me preface this by saying the menstrual cup is not for the faint of heart, okay? If you're one of those people that are afraid of your own vagina, this is not gonna be for you, because you have to be comfortable getting up in there. You know, sometimes you gotta feel around, especially when you start. When you're more used to it and you've been using it for a while, you don't have to do all that. But in the beginning, you definitely wanna feel to make sure it's open. And that brings me to my next point, is the insertion method, okay? Most videos and most people will tell you to just make a C, like go like this with the cup. So it looks like this, and insert it. And let me tell you to stir. That did not work for me, okay? I did that the first day that I started using this, and I woke up in the middle of the night in a pool of blood. No lie, like a pool of blood. The best method that's worked for me is to literally just at an angle, push this down, and then fold it. So it looks like this. Okay, that wasn't great. Let me do it again. Push it down like that, and go like this. And then insert it in that way. Because for some reason, when you put it in, the suction, the air, however it works, it just like releases itself and opens up into a full circle. Sometimes when you do it this way and just make a C, it doesn't fully open, and it'll be like this. So it'll be like this, and then blood can make its way through that way and make a mess, as you know. So I would recommend that for your first couple of uses to use a pad. Like, just use a pad, because you're probably not going to get it right the first time. It's not as simple as just like hovering over the toilet and sticking it in. So use a pad, and then once you feel like you're more comfortable, just probably use this in conjunction with a panty liner. And then now at this point, I don't use anything. I know my cervix and which way to put this in, which way to position it so that it catches all the blood. So I don't use anything in conjunction with this. But in the beginning, definitely use it. I wish someone had told me that. They say there's a learning curve, but they don't really emphasize how long that learning curve is. It's a huge one, not like, oh, you know, it might take you a couple tries. Nah, it took me like 4 or 5 cycles to get it down. So definitely anticipate that. And then I also want to talk about insertion, the insertion method. Oh, I already talked about that. Okay, Sonja, come on, get it together. So if you have a good relationship with your gynecologist and you feel comfortable with him or her, I would say in order to skip the whole learning curve, you can go to your gynecologist, bring your menstrual cup, and they can help you. They've been all up in there if you do your yearly pap smear, so they know the position of your cervix, and they can literally just tell you, like, do it like this, put it in that way, and that'll be really helpful. What I do when I insert this is I step away from the toilet, I squat all the way down, like using my Megan Thee Stallion knees, and then like push my butt forward and then put it in. Like, I'm gonna show you a video right now of how I do it. But I fold it, squat, push my butt forward, and then put it in straight forward, and I can usually hear when the cup releases itself and opens, or I can feel it at least, and that's how I know it's good to go. The next thing I want to talk about is poop. So we all know that our holes are pretty close to each other, and to remove the menstrual cup you have to actually make the pooping, like do the pooping motions like as if you're giving birth, and like squeeze. I mean, you don't have to make those noises, that's a little dramatic, but you definitely squeeze, and that's how this comes closer to the entrance of your vagina. Now, if I'm not using all the correct terms, I apologize. I'm not a gynecologist, nor am I a doctor, so I'm just telling you from my experience and from the terminology that I know. But sometimes when I go to use the restroom, when I go to do the number 2 and I'm squeezing, I don't necessarily want this to be coming out because it's not time for it to be changed, but you just can't help it, because like when you're when you're squeezing, this is like TMI, but when you're squeezing, this like works its way down and it wants to come out, so I end up like just changing it anyways, just because I don't want it to be like loose and not catch the blood. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. And also, I do not feel comfortable changing this anywhere but home. In the beginning, it can get messy. The more you do it, it'll be less messy, because you just literally go, take it out. Like, use this to take it out, dump it, and rinse it, and then put it back in. But the thing is, in a public restroom, like, you don't want to be doing all that. First of all, it's not sanitary there. Second of all, it's not sanitary for you to be dumping your blood into a sink in a public restroom where everyone uses it. And then also, it's just uncomfortable, right? There's not enough space for you to be able to like squat down and do all that. So I only change this at home. I don't change it at family members or friends' homes, because I just feel weird. Like, I'm just like, I wouldn't want somebody changing it in my bathroom, so I wouldn't do it to somebody else, okay? I don't know about what y'all think, but that's kind of disgusting. Comment down below what you think, and if you'd feel comfortable changing this in a public restroom or at someone else's house. So to clean this, I boil it before and after each menstrual cycle. I just put some hot water in a pot, boil it, and then it's good to go. And then when I'm done with my menstrual cycle, I wash it off with soap and water, and then boil it, and then put it in my little little bag that it comes with. This is just really convenient, and it's cute. It says periods are cool, period. I love how they do it, like period. You know that city girl thing? That I'm not a city girl, but I'm from Miami, so I can do it even though I'm not cool. Period. But anyways, yeah, so I put it in here and I travel with this. The best thing about the menstrual cup is that you don't have to worry about running out of tampons, going to the store. That was the most annoying thing for me. Like, in the middle of a cycle, I'm just like, damn, I only got one tampon left, I gotta go to the store. Very irritating. And then also, it's cheaper. Like, this is a one-time thing. I think you can use it for, I don't know, I don't want to tell y'all the wrong thing, but I've been using mine for about like 6 months, and I think you can use it for probably a year or two. Who knows? I mean, as long as it lasts, right? You keep it clean, you boil it, and you're good to go. I do also want to mention that they sell these in different sizes and shapes. So go ahead and do your research, try to figure out what you want to do. I went on Amazon and I just got the best reviewed one, or the top sponsored one. I don't know, this just caught my eye. There was no particular reason why I got it, and it worked for me. If you're a heavy flow person, you might want to get one that holds a bit more. I'm not sure how many ounces this holds, but this lasts me at least 6 hours, really, like, you know, before I have to change it. I'm not a heavy flow person. I think I would consider myself a medium flow. So you might have to test that out. Hopefully you get lucky like I did, and in the first try, the cup works for you. If you know from experience going to your yearly pap smears that you have a irregularly shaped cervix or vagina, or the position is different than most people, then you might have to definitely play around with how you put this in. My method may not work for you, but I would say don't give up, because I was really close to giving up. Like, I was just like, I don't have time for this. When I woke up in that pool of blood, I was like, oh no, like, seriously? Like, I was so pissed off. But I think that this has definitely helped me with my cramps. I didn't notice it in the beginning, but a couple months ago, I was like, wait a minute, I'm not curled up. Like, it's my first day of my cycle and I'm not curled up in bed, like in excruciating pain. And I don't know what it is about the menstrual cup that does that. Maybe because it's not filled with chemicals like tampons and pads are, and that allows your body to just flow more naturally and be in less pain. I honestly don't know the logistics of it, but I do know it works. It's not just a placebo thing. But anyways, I just want to end this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you do, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, definitely comment down below. I'm always answering my comments, and if you have any suggestions for any other videos that you would like me to post, I will gladly do so. And yeah, holla at me later. Period. Like, period, you know? No? Okay, never mind. Bye.